Hi my loves, happy Friday. I hope you all are doing fantastic. Welcome to the last Friday of the year. I cannot believe this year has already come to a close and we literally have one more day and then that's it. Like, I genuinely feel like 2022 was legit doing 95 in a 35. Does anybody else feel that way? I feel like this year just flew by. Yeah, I'm super excited for the things that are happening in 2023. I feel like 2023 is going to be a really good year for a lot of people. I know a lot of people there was a lot of just life changes and things that happened with so many people this year, myself included. I don't know, I feel like 2023 is just going to be such a good year for so many people, and I'm putting that out into the universe that everybody has a really good year. But yeah, I cannot believe we are coming to the end of this year. So with that being said, I wanted to end the year off with a Q&A. I just feel like I enjoy answering you guys' questions, and you guys ask really good questions, and so I am here to answer them. Before we get started though, if you guys are new to my channel, hi, hello, my name is Brittany and I love to make videos about fashion and beauty and style and all of that fun stuff. If you guys aren't already following me, make sure that you guys follow me over on my other social media platforms as well. So Instagram, Pinterest, TikTok. As you guys know, if you guys have been following me over on TikTok and Instagram, you guys would have seen that over this past month actually, I've been doing like a style reel every single day. So if you guys need some style inspo, definitely head over there. If you guys do like these videos, please feel free to give this video a like and a thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe. Like I said, I enjoy doing these kind of videos. I feel like I want to do these kind of videos more often, where I just sit down and talk, because I don't always want to like show stuff or talk about like things. Sometimes I just want to talk about like life stuff. so just let me know if you guys would want to see those kind of like chatty chit chat type of videos. And since this is going to be the last video of the year, I figured now's the perfect time to go ahead and grab a little drink. I feel like this video is going to be somewhat long. I'm going to try to keep it about like 20 to 25 minutes. Either way, grab a drink, grab a snack, get cozy, get comfortable. I am drinking Prosecco. I can't do champagne. Let me know if you guys also can't do champagne. Like I don't know what it is. Me and champagne do not mix, but me and Prosecco do mix. So I'm a Prosecco girly. So grab whatever drink you have, and yeah, let's go ahead and get right into the video. The first question is, if you had any wish come true for you, what would you want it to be? And I don't know. I'm not trying to sound like super cheesy or anything, but if I had one wish come true, it wouldn't just be a wish that would benefit me. I hope that makes sense. Like, it would be something that could benefit like everybody. If I had all the money in the world and I was able to create all the wishes in the world, I genuinely would wish that every single child is able to have a parent that is well off, that is loving and supportive and kind and caring. And I say that because the village that we are raised around, the people that are around us, the experiences that we have when we are young, and the way that we are poured into or not poured into when we are young can truly affect the outcome of us as we get older. And you know, unfortunately, I feel like there are so many children out here who come from households where they don't feel supported, they're not supported, there's abuse, there's hunger, there's neglect, there's all these things. And then unfortunately, those kids tend to grow up and sometimes they repeat the same cycle. Sometimes they go the opposite route where they become more extreme, or sometimes they just, you know, they just give up. And I can truly say, from just me being a 33-year-old woman, had I not had the parents that I had, I genuinely don't think that I would be the person that I am. My parents, they always supported my goals, my dreams, my visions. They always told me I could. They always gave me the right tools to succeed. They always kept me in like safe environments. Yes, were there times that I got in trouble? 100%. My discipline was just that. It was just like basic discipline. It wasn't abuse, it wasn't neglect, it wasn't anything crazy. Even as an adult, like, my parents are still very, very supportive and loving and caring and kind of all of us, like all three of their kids. They just pour into us. And so if I had one wish, I genuinely would want every single child to grow up in a household with care and love and kindness and respect and just having good parents. Those kids are more likely to grow up and repeat that same cycle. And then their kids are more likely to grow up and repeat that same cycle. And it just, you know, after a while you start having a world that's very peaceful and less violent and less like power hungry and money hungry. Yeah, so that would be my wish. The next question is, do you have alterations made to your jeans or pants? I don't. So usually when I purchase pants or jeans, I just try to find pants and jeans that are my size. If you guys have been following me, you guys know that I tend to get a lot of my denim from Abercrombie. And the nice thing about Abercrombie is that they have a line called the Curve Love line, where it just fits more curvy women, and then a lot of their denim comes in different lengths. So not only do I have some curves to me, I'm also 5'1". That line is like perfect for me, so I don't have to worry about getting them altered or anything. I can always get it in like a petite length. And then same thing with pants. With pants, I usually just like to go for a medium, or just depending on what kind of pant it is, a small. But I will say with pants, I like my pants to hit a little longer on me, because if I am wearing a pant, I want it to kind of cover up my heel. For the most part, I don't really have an issue with things not fitting correctly. So yeah, I don't really have to worry about getting anything altered. The next question is, how do you plan your content? And I would say I do have like a planner that I write in, so I'll just jot down ideas. I usually tend to plan my content around like seasons, and so if it's the fall season, I know for a fact I'm going to be shooting a lot of fall looks, so looks with coats and boots and gloves and sweaters and tights and that kind of stuff. So just really jotting down ideas, like especially this month, for instance, I kind of dove into creating 31 looks this month. I really had no plan, but one thing that I did know was that, like, okay, you have Christmas this month and you have New Year's this month, and it's also in December. So that right there, there's 31 days in this month, and I have 3 different like style options that I can go off of. I can do winter fashion, I can do holiday fashion, I can do New Year's type fashion. So I would genuinely say, like, plan your content around the seasons and just kind of go from there. To me, that's like the easiest way to do it. It's just plan your content around your seasons. Next question is, how did you decide your niche? Was it by coincidence? Not really. Here's the thing, I've always been into fashion and style and beauty and stuff. I actually started a blog back in 2016, and that was around the same time that I actually started my YouTube channel as well. And I was really big into like posting outfits and doing my makeup, and I've always loved fashion. Like when I was younger, I used to actually want to be a fashion magazine editor. I went to school, I got a degree in advertising and graphic design because I thought that that's the path that I wanted to go down. I worked retail for like 6.5 years, and so I knew everything there was to know about clothing and fabric and fits and lining and alterations and textures, marketing side of things. And so I just, I just always loved clothing. I don't know, I always just had a passion for putting clothes together and putting looks together and getting pretty and dolled up and just showcasing outfits. Now, as far as the way that I shoot my content, if you guys do follow me, you guys know that I do a lot of mirror style pics, and that honestly, maybe that was a coincidence. I just started taking mirror selfies and stuff back in 2020 when we were in the middle of, a world crisis. We couldn't really go outside, and so I just started taking mirror selfies. I was like, you know what, I can throw on some really cute loungewear and take a photo in my mirror and just see what happens. I mean, selfies have always been a thing, but mirror selfies I feel like were somewhat popular, but they hadn't really like popped off. I just started taking mirror selfies, and then for whatever reason, that style of picture taking, it just like popped off. And so I was like, you know what? Don't fix what's not broken. And so I just kept doing it, and yeah, I just really like doing it that way. Sometimes I'm not even wearing makeup, so when I'm like not showing my face, it's because I'm legit not wearing makeup. I'm just wearing a cute outfit. I just really like it. It's easy. I can do it from my phone. It just, all I need is in my mirror, and that's it. So the next question is, when did you start creating content full time? So I officially went full time this past July. Was that July 1st, I think? was my official day leaving the corporate world. I've been a full-time content creator for 5.5 months now. Even when I quit my job, like, it didn't feel as if this was not full-time. Does that make sense? Like, I always felt like I was doing this full-time. Even when I was working my full-time job, I was still always creating content. I was always creating content either after work or before work or during my lunch break or on the weekends. Like, the weekends were definitely, that was like my true time slot to create content and to put looks together. I feel like I've always kind of dedicated, especially over the past 2 years, I've been dedicating full-time effort into this. Next question is, what's the best way to grow your following besides just posting consistently? Honestly, it's just posting consistently. Like, that is truly the best way to grow a following, is to just start posting consistently. If you don't put it out there on a consistent basis, people won't know who you are. It's like being the store owner of a boutique. If your boutique is only open on, let's say, Monday and Saturday, probably not gonna have a lot of business because it's only open Monday and Saturday. You're not gonna really hit your revenue goals. You're not really gonna be able to generate sales because you're only open Monday and Saturday. And so that's kind of the same concept when it comes to being a content creator. You have to, if you wanna grow, you have to put yourself out there consistently. I know that people hate that word and people hate when people talk about it, but that's truly the only way to do anything in life. Whether you want to lose weight, be a content creator, be a doctor, like, or if you want to be, like, have any sort of profession, you have to be consistent with what it is that you're doing. Find the platform that works for you. I started consistently posting on Instagram back in 2020, and then 24 months later, I was able to literally quit my job and just go full-time. So it truly is consistency. There's no like magic formula to growing at all. It's just, you have to put yourself out there. People won't know who you are if you don't put yourself out there. Yeah, just gotta put yourself out there. Another question is, what were your goals for this year? My biggest goal for this year was to go full-time. So was to eventually quit my corporate job and just do this full-time. I did it. So yeah, I mean, that was like literally one of my biggest goals this year. Oh, one of my other goals this year, and it was actually after I quit my job, and that was to make sure that like I signed up for health insurance before the end of the year. So if you guys know, like once you quit like your corporate job and you choose to go like freelance, obviously your benefits and stuff go away as well. I wanted to make sure that like I got all of that kind of like nitty-gritty stuff done before the end of the year, which I did. I feel like an adult now. Yeah, I didn't really, my biggest goal for this year was to quit my job, was to be able to continue thriving on social media, have an income that would exponentially exceed what I was making at my full-time job. I will say though, I did not expect to quit my job in July. I thought that I would be leaving my job at like this month in December. I was like, I can give my company 1 full year, but I don't know. The timing was right. At that time, I had also brought on management. They were able to handle like my contracts and rates and negotiations, and they were the ones who were able to go back and forth with brands. A lot of that work was taken off my plate, so I didn't have to worry about it as much. And then summertime just kind of rolled around, and I was like, I don't know if I want to be sitting at this desk. Even though again, I was working from home, I just don't know if I want to be sitting in front of this computer during the day for 8 hours when I could be doing something else. I just made that decision. Like, I went to Puerto Rico in May, and then I came back, and 2 weeks later, about a week later, I wound up putting in my notice. So I would definitely say that that was one of my biggest goals this year. Another question is, how old are you? I am 33. My birthday is in April, so in April I will be 34. And what does a typical day look like for you? Can we see a vlog? There were actually a few questions about that, like what do you do during the day? What does a content creation day look like? I can honestly say I will probably never ever be a vlogger, not because I don't think vlogs are like cool, and it's really nice to see a behind the scenes scene of what happens. If anything, I will show you guys like some behind the scenes stuff. So like, yeah, I can show you guys like me setting up my equipment and setting up my mirror and that kind of stuff and shooting content. But as far as like being a vlogger, showing you what grocery store I go to, where I get my nails done, where I get my hair done, when I go to the gym, all that kind of stuff, I'll probably never ever do that. And it's just because I enjoy my privacy. I enjoy having control over what you guys see. That sounds so much like harsher than what I mean it to be. Like, I don't mean it to be like harsh or stuck up or anything. It's just that my platforms are about beauty and fashion and style, not about like what Starbucks I go to or how I do my workouts or my Target runs. And kudos to the girls who do that. Like, I love watching vlogs. I am subscribed to so many vloggers out there. I love seeing what people do throughout the day. But for me, not only do I just kind of enjoy my privacy, I don't want to edit more stuff. To be honest, like, low-key, I'm kind of lazy in that aspect, and I can edit like a fashion video very quickly, but having to edit an entire vlog that I know for a fact it's like days and days worth of footage, I don't know, y'all. I don't think I can do it. I say that now, who knows? Like, I literally, next year I might be a vlogger, so who knows? I will say that my life is not like super exciting or anything like that. Like, I'm not doing anything crazy throughout the day. And I also wanted to add in the fact that, like, I enjoy being in the moments with the people that I'm around. So I don't want to be one of those people that like turns on a camera when I'm with my friends or when I'm with my family or when I'm going out or when I'm going on vacation or anything. Like, any behind the scenes stuff that you guys want to see or that I want to show you guys will be over on like an Instagram story. I can do like a little mini reel or something, you know, like that kind of stuff I can do. I can do like a little mini reel. But I will say this, my day-to-day, and honestly most content creators day-to-day, is nothing out of the ordinary or nothing super exciting. I promise you, a lot of people who are vloggers, they actually have to fill their blog with stuff to do. And for me personally, there's no reason for me to go to a store every single day just to give you guys footage. My life is probably very similar to y'all's life. Like, y'all go to work, you answer emails, you sit on the couch, you make dinner, work out, you hang out with friends. Very simple stuff. I just feel like I just don't want to document every single part of my life. Next question is content creation your full-time job? It is. The next thing, it's not really a question, it's just a statement, and it's, I wish you all the best and even more success in 2023. Get it, queen. Thank you so much, love bug. Next question is, are you married, single, dating? So I am single. Some of y'all might know, if you guys have been following me for a while, I was in a relationship for 13 years. So high school all the way up until like 2020. If you know how that relationship ended, you know. If y'all were around for that during that time when 2020 was what a time. I made a conscious effort that after being in that relationship for so long, because I basically went from living with my parents at home in high school to, at a certain age, living with my ex. And so I had never ever experienced singleness or independence or living on my own or anything like that. Yeah, so I made a conscious effort when that relationship ended 2 years ago to just do me, to have fun, to do me, to get to know me outside of being with somebody else, travel, do things, have more connections with friends, get to meet other people. And yeah, and I've just been having so much fun. I don't know, I thoroughly feel like I've come into a point though where I enjoy singleness so much more. Like, it's kind of starting to scare me a little bit that, like, oh my God, I really enjoy being by myself. I enjoy like not giving anyone else my attention or time right now. I'm sure that will definitely change, but I don't know, I don't feel lonely. I'm not a codependent person. Like, I've never been a codependent person. So even when I get into my next relationship or even in my last relationship, I was never somebody that needed to be right next to somebody else. You know what I mean? Like, I always gonna do my own thing, have my own friends, go after my own goals. I think that that's why I've been able to, not to toot my own horn or anything, but I do think that that's one of the reasons why I've been able to thrive being single and thrive after coming out of that situation. Those that don't know, like, my ex literally had a full-on affair. Girl reached out to me in the DMs, and it was a thing. It was just a time. All right, my loves. So sorry if you see the lighting change a little bit. It is obviously getting dark outside, so I had to turn some lights on, plus my camera was like dying, so I had to recharge that. So, and I ended up cutting that relationship off immediately, and then like here we are today. And now, you know, that I've had a lot of fun over the past 2 years, I think, don't hold me to it though, I do think that 2023 is going to be the year that I actually start truly dating and dating with intention. Obviously, like at 33, like I want to have kids one day. I want to get married one day. I want to have a family one day. I think 2023, I might dip my toe into dating. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. I mean, you know, so far your girl has had a lot of advances. I will say this, I do think, because I am intentional about it and I do know what I want, I feel like I'm gonna have a very successful dating, I don't know, like journey, just because I am a woman who knows herself. I know what I like, I know what I don't like, I know what I do and don't want out of a relationship because I've literally been through one before. I know what I will and will not settle for. I know what I will and will not compromise on. But yes, I am definitely single. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes in 2023. The next question is, I would like to know how you started being a fashion content creator and blogger. So like the previous question said, I've always been into it. I've always loved clothing and beauty and style and makeup and stuff. In 2016, I decided to start my blog because that was during a time where blogs were a big thing. I feel like blogs though are starting to have a resurgence right now. If you are looking to become a blogger, go ahead and start that blog now. There are so many really good platforms that you can host your content on. And I will say this, one of the best things about having a blog is that it's yours. If all the social media apps were to shut down today, you would probably have nowhere for your content to go. But if you have a blog, you can always have your content sit on that blog. It can be the place that your content goes to. I just always love fashion and stuff, and on my blog I would talk about fashion stuff, style stuff, do makeup looks, like that kind of stuff. So yeah. The next question is, love your content, you're so effortlessly chic. Any suggestions for shapewear? Yes, I get this question a lot actually. I love the Assets brand by Spanx. They sell it at Target. That line works really, really well. I do like Skims as well. I actually like the Skims one-piece shapewear. I'll try to link it down below. It's like their full body, like one-piece shapewear. I really like that. I also like the Spanx shapewear, like the regular Spanx line shapewear. And then there's some shapewear shorts by the brand Jockey that are so good, like so good. Now I'll try to find those and link those down below as well. I ended up getting those from Target, and those like shapewear shorts are still like one of my favorites just because they don't ride up, they don't ride down, and they just fit really, really well. The next question is, what type of tights are you wearing with dresses? I tend to get a lot of my tights from Target. I don't remember all of the brands, but yeah, Target. Next question is, what did you do before becoming a content creator full-time? So at my last job, I was actually working for a commercial real estate company, and I was specifically on the industrial property management side. The company that I was working for, I absolutely loved it. I think commercial real estate is such a cool, like, field to get into, especially if you are somebody that loves like buildings. You like to see the process of office buildings and retail buildings and industrial buildings, and you just like to see them go from nothing to something. I just think that that's a really, really cool field to get into, and very lucrative field as well. And then before I went to the commercial real estate side, I was actually in residential property management. So I worked for an apartment, like multi-family residential company. Got my feet into residential property management, so I'm very knowledgeable about like lease terms and lease stuff and just stuff, so very knowledgeable about that. And then before that, I was actually in retail, so I worked at this place called The Limited. I don't know if they're still around or not. I was there for about 6 years, and I also worked at this place called Destination Maternity, which they're not around anymore, which I don't know why. I mean that was like heaven for expecting mothers. Like, I don't know why they took that store away. Retail for like 6 years, and then I worked residential property management for like 5.5-ish years, maybe 6 years. And then I worked commercial property management for like 5 years, 4.5, 5 years. So yeah, and now I'm here. Somebody said, pretty face, no show brand technique is cute. How is this working for you? It's working great. It supported me a 5-figure month income. So yeah, it's working really good actually. Next question, what is your top 3 clothing brands, or what are the 3 clothing items that are a must for you? My top 3 clothing brands. would probably be Abercrombie, of course, because I feel like Abercrombie, not only do they have a great range of denim, they have a phenomenal range of dresses and skirts and pants and tops and basics. I would probably also say Beachy, and just because I feel like Beachy also has a really, really good like overall range of clothing, from dresses to skirts to pants to loungewear, and they've got a really good range of shoes as well. And then probably Revolve. The nice thing about Revolve is that Revolve encompasses like literally everything. So yeah, if I had to choose only 3 brands to work with or wear, Beachy, items from Revolve, and Abercrombie. And then the top 3 must-have clothing items for me would be a black blazer, black leggings, and a oversized white button-up. I feel like those 3 pieces you have to have in your wardrobe. They're universal. You can dress them up, you can dress them down. They go with everything. So with any seasons, yeah, black leggings, a black blazer, and an oversized white button-up. Next thing is, can you drop the workout routine / meal plan? You look good. Well, thank you so much, love bug. I don't have a workout plan or a meal routine. I feel like I get this question a lot, like, what's your workout plan? What do you do to work? How do you work out? What exercises are you doing? What do you eat in a day? To be honest, there is no routine. There is no nothing. I have always been a naturally like thinner person, so when I was younger, I was so like just naturally skinny and just skinny. And then even in my 20s and stuff, I was skinny. And it wasn't until, I want to say like 2018, 2019 is when I really started to get like really thick. I'm talking like 156 type thick. And on me, being somebody who was 5'1", that is a lot for me, because here's the thing, it was not being like evenly distributed. When I gain weight, it goes straight to my face, and it definitely goes to my like stomach area and my back, and like it just doesn't go the cute places. I will say, like, right after my breakup though in 2020, a breakup being a breakup, I ended up losing 10 pounds in 7 days, and that was just because I was not eating. Of course, I was heartbroken, I was devastated, I was stressed. Like, if you've ever experienced a breakup, you know that like your appetite is literally shot. I ended up just losing 10 pounds, which is not healthy. Not healthy at all. Like, I don't recommend, that's not healthy. But I ended up losing 10 pounds in 1 week. And it wasn't until like I started like getting my energy back up, and I started being like, all right, Brittany, this is your new norm. You know you're not going back to that relationship. Now it's time to like just work on you. I will say that I thoroughly liked how I looked. I liked some of the extra weight being gone. I felt a little lighter, and I said, you know what? The best thing that I can do for myself is have some sort of consistent workout. And so I started just going to the gym like 2 to 3 times a week. I don't do anything rigorous. I just go on the treadmill 2 to 3 times a week. Lately, I've been actually walking outside, just getting fresh air and just walking outside. I also like to do weights every now and then. So I'm not a gym person, so please don't ask me what this is called, but like pull down type of machine. I like to do that. I like to do the free weights as well. Nothing too strenuous. I think that just walking, going on the treadmill and just walking for 30 minutes 2 to 3 times a week has been something that's been great for me, because it's something that's not too rigorous. I can do it every day, and I also notice results. Plus, I get a lot of energy from doing it. Walking literally is like one of the best exercises that you can do. Yeah, that's really it. And then as far as my meals go, I am not a naturally heavy eating person, and so I usually don't eat breakfast. If I'm hungry, I will grab a snack around like 12 o'clock, and then around 6, 7 o'clock is when I'll actually like eat real food. I just don't care to eat like that during the day. I'll usually have like my main meal at night, and that will sustain me until the next day. I don't know if that's healthy or not. I will say that if I do want to eat a little bit more during the day, I usually, like, my portion sizes are pretty small. They're kind of like tapa sizes. It doesn't take a lot to fill me up. So anything that's like a tapa size, so like a small thing of pasta, I'm good to go. Or like a small salad, I'm good to go. But yeah, for me, I guess, I don't know, just portion size. I don't restrict myself at all, so I literally will eat whatever I want to eat. It's just that instead of having 13 donuts, I will have literally a half of a donut, because a half of a donut will fill me up, as opposed to having an entire donut. Or if I'm craving ice cream, I'll have ice cream like in a small cup versus a bowl. Yeah. that's really it, queen. That's all I got. The next question is, I would love for you to show us how you actually style the pieces. I think I actually am showing you guys how I style the pieces. Like when I post content, this is me styling the pieces together. Like I just literally go into my closet and I'm like, ooh, I think this would look cute with this, and then I style it up, and then that's it. I don't know, I thought that I was showing you guys how to style the pieces. Maybe I'm reading this incorrectly. You guys let me know. And then I have 2 more questions. The next one is, any tips on gaining more confidence? I sometimes feel stuck because I'm overthinking other people's perceptions of me. That's a really good question. And I will say the best thing that you can do is not give a you know what. You just don't give a you know what. Not trying to toot my own horn. I think one of my best qualities is that I am somebody who does not settle. I don't settle for a relationship that is disrespectful. I don't settle for a job that I don't want to be at. I don't settle when it comes to, you know, certain brand deals and contracts and deliverables and stuff, even all the way down to my nails. If I want you to go shorter, I'm going to tell you to go shorter. If I want you to do a certain design, I'm going to ask you to do that design. For me, being somebody who is just not willing to settle when it comes to certain things in life has been one of the best things to help improve and grow my confidence. I don't know if this is like a societal thing, but I feel like society tells women to go after what they want, but they never teach women or tell women to negotiate what they want. They just say, go for what you want. If you want that job, go for that job. But they don't ever say, you know what? If that job is trying to lowball you, go back. Tell that job, y'all come hit me up when you have a better offer. You know, if you're in a relationship and that person is being disrespectful to you, take a step back. Tell that person, what you're not going to do is talk to me this way. What you're not going to do is treat me this way. That's not going to happen. All the way down to something as simple as being at a restaurant. There have been so many times where I've seen people and been out at restaurants where somebody's drink is wrong or somebody's order is wrong. Instead of them, you know, asking the waiter or waitress, hey, like, this is incorrect, this is not what I ordered. They'll just literally settle for something that they don't want, that they didn't order, and end up paying for that. Like, no. I think that the best way to gain more confidence is to just go in any situation and not settle. And I don't mean be like unrealistic when it comes to things, because I will say this, I think that it's best to compromise but not settle. I just feel like when you go into any situation and you're confident enough to walk away from that situation and you're confident enough to turn something on or off, nobody can fool with you. You know, nobody can mess with you. The noise from the outside doesn't even bother you anymore, because you are the one who is setting your own terms. You are the one who's creating the life you want to live. You are doing what it is you want to do. So other people's perceptions of you, other people's noise, other people's feelings just don't even matter. You know what I mean? I genuinely could not ever take trolls seriously online. I cannot take somebody who is online, sitting behind a computer, being a troll. I just can't take that seriously. I cannot allow somebody to diminish my growth and everything that I've worked hard for because they left a bad comment. Same thing with, you know, friends and family. If there is something that you want to achieve, you cannot under any circumstances let other people get into your brain, especially if those other people aren't doing what you want to do or aren't going where you want to go. Can't nobody tell me how to be a full-time content creator unless you were a full-time content creator. The same way I cannot tell somebody how to be a chef because I'm not a chef. I didn't go to culinary school. I didn't take those classes. I've never worked in a restaurant. I've never worked in the kitchen. I've never worked with wait staff. I don't know anything about the restaurant field. So I can't even imagine fixing my lips to try to tell somebody about what they should be doing when I'm literally not doing it. So you just gotta really block out the outside noise. You have to understand that, like, at the end of the day, we're all human. And one of my like favorite things that like I keep in the back of my mind, and it may sound a little harsh and a little silly, but at the end of the day, we all die. Like, each one of us one day will die. That is not a like non-negotiable. That's not something that's up for debate. Every single person living on this planet one day will not be living on this planet. And so to even give any thought about somebody else's perception of you and their ideologies of you and their thoughts about you and their feelings towards you, do not let that stop you. Do not let that stop you. I promise you, the less F's you give, the more confidence you will have. Go after what it is that you want. Don't be that person that feels the need to play small just to appease other people and their opinions and their thoughts of you. We are not doing that in 2023 at all. Like, we are not playing small in 2023. We don't care about other people's opinions. We don't care about trolls. We don't care about, you know, other people in our ear. We don't care about people telling us what we can or can't do, what we should or shouldn't do. No, nobody's bringing that into 2023. We're not gonna have that kind of energy in 2023. Yeah, I feel like that was like a long-winded answer, but really the only way to gain more confidence is to just do the thing that you want to do and block out the outside noise. Don't worry about anything else. Focus on yourself. The more you focus on yourself, the more confident you'll be. Just keep it moving and keep it pushing. And also, you know what I will say? Take note of the people who are always trying to tell you that you can't do something. Take note of what their life looks like, what they always complain about, what they aren't or are doing, who they entertain, what they put up with, or how their life is going. All right, my loves, and my last question is, what are your goals for 2023? And I feel like that is a great question to leave this video off on. Honestly, you know, this is kind of like the first year. I was talking to my mom about this the other day. This is like the first year where I feel like I don't really have any set goals. And everything that I'm doing now, I want to continue doing in the new year. Working out at least 2 to 3 times a week. I will say with my workouts though, I do want to start toning more. So I want to incorporate more weights and maybe start doing some more like Pilates style exercises because I want to get more toned. I don't want to necessarily lose any more weight. I just want to be more toned. I'll definitely say that. But as far as like, you know, any major life shifts or anything like that, as of right now, there's nothing major that I want to really try to achieve in 2023. If it happens, it happens. That's amazing. But right now, like, I love my life. I love where I am mentally, emotionally, spiritually, health-wise, financially. I just love my life. So everything that I have going on in this year, I definitely want to continue into next year. I do also want to travel more. I will say that's definitely one of my, I guess, biggest goals for 2023 is I want to travel more. Y'all know I love a good solo trip, whether it's friend trips or solo trips, or who knows, if I start dating next year, we might have a little vacation. I don't know, I just want to continue to grow. And honestly, one of my biggest life goals that I achieved was what I'm doing right now, leaving corporate America, leaving the corporate world, and having my own business. I remember years ago when I first started my blog, I remember when I was working like residential property management, being like, what if I can make this a job one day? What if this blog can like take off one day and I can like do this full time and I can get paid to get dressed up and put on clothes and talk to people? Like, what if this can be a job one day? Fast forward, here we are today, and it's literally my job. Only up from here. I'm never going back. I just want to continue pouring into my crafts and just doing what I do. You know, I definitely want to say thank you to all of you who have been on this entire journey with me. I literally would not be here without you. I say it all the time, but I am so unbelievably grateful for you guys and for the community that we've built. I feel like my audience, I love y'all so much. First of all, I feel like y'all are not petty. You don't argue. Y'all don't like drama. Y'all are just very chill. You don't like drama. You don't like a lot of rah-rah. It's very, very blessed to have the community that I have. And again, I would not be here if it wasn't for you guys. There are a million different fashion bloggers, style bloggers, YouTubers, Instagrammers, TikTokers, people who have a social media presence that you guys could be following, and instead, you know, you guys choose to follow me. And I just am so eternally grateful for y'all. And yeah, that's really it. Really just where I am. Overall, this has been a really, really good year. Not just for me, but just for a lot of people around me. It's been a really good year. It's been a transformative year. And I don't know, I just feel like 2023 is gonna be a phenomenal year for everybody. And with that being said, I am wishing you all a wonderful, prosperous, healthy, whole, loving, abundant peaceful, safe 2023. Thank you guys so much for being on this journey with me this year. I love you all so much. I hope you all have a fantastic and safe and relaxing and wonderful new year. I love y'all, and I will see you guys in 2023. Cheers.